It's the Forward Movement Training Center in Boise, Idaho. Carly, it's great to have you on the show.
It's great to be on. I'm so excited to be talking to you back in studio. That's right. I am in Boise, and we are at the Forward Movement Training Center, the same place where Autumn Parkin is filming the latest series of tips and tactics. We actually have local law enforcement training right now. You can hear that. They're in a scenario village is what they call it. So it's a whole house built to practice attack scenarios.
And so we want to point out too, Carly, that those are not real bullets they're firing. Those are training rounds.
Actually, they are not real bullets. Matt. This is Matt. He's one of the owners. Matt, what do you call those bullets that they're shooting?
It's UTM, so it stands for the Ultimate Training Munition.
Okay, so they don't actually fire anything. It's just a loud sound.
So Matt, we're looking at the catwalk there, and down to law enforcement coming in. I imagine you're going to put Carly through some tests and that later.
Say that again, Grant.
I said I imagine. Are you Carly going to go through some scenarios later?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of intimidating, but he's been trying to get me to do it. They've been putting Autumn through some, well, I guess the last 24 hours, and I got to witness some of that. I want to take you downstairs and show you the rest of this facility. Here's Autumn. She's making our latest series of tips and tactics.
So, Carly, is it mostly law enforcement that's going through those scenarios, or do they bring regular folks in too?
A lot of law enforcement today, but they also have it's civilian training as well. So you can sign up for a membership and come train with them and learn basically self-defense tactics.
And I see they have the K-9 unit out there training as well.
Yeah, they do. It's pretty neat to see what they have to go through on a daily basis to, be out there protecting us.
And the little town that's over your shoulder?
Yeah, so they have like the house scenario set up behind me that I was just standing on. And then over here, they have like a credit union and some other kind of store. And then they actually have a car over here where we were working yesterday, and Autumn was doing a scenario where she was getting into her car and being attacked and how you would respond in that sort of situation. And it's kind of eye-opening because I wouldn't know what to do in that situation after watching what you need to be doing. So I want to start taking these courses.
I'm fascinated. One, Carly, it's amazing that you're able to concentrate on doing this interview with us as all of this stuff is, guys going by with AR-15s right behind you into what looked like the bank robbery going on. Hey, I'm curious though, when you were doing the car scenario, they had a mom with her baby in the car. Is that right? And how to protect themselves if it was a carjacking?
Yeah, well, actually, so the scenario was she was putting her baby in the car, and the attacker comes up from behind her and tries to push her inside of her own car to basically abduct her. And so we got Autumn right here. Autumn, how did it feel to go through that?
It was scary. I mean, it feels very real, even though you know that you're in a scenario. Your body's still processing all that.
So
it was just pretty intense to watch.
So Autumn, you're obviously very well trained at all this as a pistol instructor, and you've been through your own traumatizing experiences, which I'm sure has motivated you to get involved in all of this. I'm curious, when you're in a car, your baby's in the car with you, someone comes up behind you. How do you get to your gun? Do you recommend that people keep their gun on their waist? Mine is in my glove compartment. I'm not going to be able to get to my glove compartment if somebody surprises me.
This is something you're going to see on Tips and Tactics. Something Matt was saying about forward movement training is, you are being on the offense. So when you're being attacked, you don't take defense. You don't run away. You go towards your, attacker and try to defend yourself on the offense, I guess is how you would say it.
Yes. And again, a firearm is a tool. You need to have other skill sets to be able to defend yourself.
Yeah, and clearly training is the key to all of that. I mean, without practicing scenarios like that, you can't be expected to be able to perform. I mean, I would imagine even in that scenario, Autumn, that your heart rate probably went through your chest, and it's practice.
Yes. It happens every time.
Every time.
Well, that was something that went through the whole training technique like 10 times yesterday. And every time she was like, oh my gosh, my adrenaline is just on the ceiling. My heart is pumping, and it does it every single time.
Every time.
Yeah, every time. Well, we can't wait to see tips and tactics and what you're shooting out there, Carly. It's amazing to watch it kind of live unfold as you're doing it, so I can't wait to see the final product.
I know. I can't wait to see it either. It's been pretty neat out here.
Hey, Autumn, Carly, thank you so much for sharing some time with us today.
You.